Coming up, what customers can expect from these new businesses in downtown San Luis Obispo.
SLO Breakers returns to campus with their first jam in nearly 10 years.
Let's take another look into the different brewing techniques at Kin Coffee Shop.
Find out why 2 students are growing more than 4,000 plants.
And why a fast food chain isn't so fast.
Broadcasting from Swanson Studios, you're watching Mustang News.
Hello and welcome to Mustang News. I'm Lauren Wallachy.
And I'm Garrett Brown. Here's a look at the top stories from this quarter.
A total of 20 new businesses, including restaurants, bars, and clothing stores, opened in downtown SLO in 2019. A variety of new businesses recently opened in downtown San Luis Obispo, including Burger Village, Athleta, Brown Butter Cookie Company, and the Van Store. Located on the 600 block of Higuera Street, Burger Village is serving up organic, antibiotic, and hormone-free products, according to their website. With bison, elk, and ostrich burgers, the new restaurant is definitely turning heads, but that isn't all they have to offer.
On the vegetarian vegan side, we have the Impossible and Beyond, and a super good veggie burger, so those go really quickly.
They also have pint night and happy hours at varying times throughout the week.
$3 for a Boochcraft or a double IPA is really good, so catch me in here on my days off.
For more information on their menu and hours, check out burgervillage.com. Athleta opened in August, offering a selection of women's athletic wear and filling the place of Gap, which closed in January. Brown Butter Cookie Company is also new to downtown SLO, offering the original brown butter sea salt cookies that made them a hit in Cayucas and Paso Robles. The Van Store recently replaced Chipotle in downtown SLO. Located on the 800 block of Higuera Street, the shoe store includes products such as skateboards, backpacks, and socks. Some of the most popular shoe styles include the black and white Authentics and white slip-on Vans.
It's something that happens that people come in asking, I just want that, that's it, and they're done. You know, they know what they're looking for.
Other businesses new to downtown include Hotel SLO and a bar called There Does Not Exist.
Breakdancing returned to San Luis Obispo this quarter. Reporter Maya McGregor takes us behind the scenes to break down the competition.
From the lights, to the shoes, to the moves, SLO Breakers is back. SLO Underground Reborn is true to its name, as it's the club's first jam in nearly 10 years. Participants competed for cash prizes of up to $300.
So this is gonna be my first real jam, so I'm a tiny bit nervous, but I just want to feel confident when I'm out there and know that I'm giving it my all.
The competition was held in the Multi-Activity Center in the Rec and brought together students from all different backgrounds.
It brings a lot of different skill sets, and for many of the participants, it's like their first jam, so it's a good experience for them.
With group and individual categories, breakers went through elimination rounds to make it to the finals.
I'm going to be in the 3v3 battles, joining with 2 other guys from SLO Breakers, and I'm just looking to get experience. I'm not looking to win or anything, but I mean, it'll be fun.
Although the competition is under a minute, the training goes beyond just dancing.
I definitely do it's a lot of cardio, so you gotta engage the core, you gotta listen to the music a lot, and you also have to kind of figure out where your limits are and how to push past your limits for sure.
Even when waiting their turn, the students almost never stop dancing.
Well, right now I'm practicing headstands, so hopefully once I get that down, that'll be my signature.
For Mustang News, I'm Maya McGregor.
The club plans to make SLO Underground Reborn a yearly event. For more information, you can check out their Facebook page at SLO Breakers. Coming up after the break, the students could be spending another year in university housing.
And SLO residents dance the night away at Nightlife Savings. We'll be right back.
Good morning, Uglyville!
Every ugly doll is unique.
I'm Moxie.
Bobo.
Wait.
Call me Slick Doll.
What?
And every child is too.
They can be pretty lovable.
That's why when you travel, you should make sure your child is in the right seat for their age and size.
This is why you're the wisest doll in town.
Well, keep them safe by visiting nhtsa.gov/the right seat.
Isn't that right, gibberish cat?
Find the right seat today.
They call me Maxie, but I prefer tripod. I was your above-average four-legged homie, and then wham, bam, minivan. Some people pity me. Now that's lame. I still run, fetch, and swim. And the ladies love me. I'm the ultimate wingman. Just don't ask me to high five.
Jumps up, he can.
Students could be calling on-campus housing their home for an additional year. Within the next 15 years, University Housing is changing their policy, requiring all sophomores to live on campus. Students weigh in on the potential change.
It's a way for the students to be protected, and I think it impedes student growth and development that's supposed to happen at college. I think moving off campus your second year is something that's supposed to naturally occur, and I think it's something that really helps maturity and dealing with real-world situations that living on campus doesn't.
Now that I'm a second year and I'm looking for a house closer to campus, there's a lot less competition for those houses closer to campus, and so I won't be like competing with second years, so that's kind of nice.
Everyone already has their like community and they know who they want to live with and stuff, and requiring people to live on campus would be like a hassle and everything. People want their freedom and stuff like that.
I think for sophomores in the moment, it's not a positive just because they're going to want to live with their friends, they're going to want to be off campus. It's been only freshman year on campus for a very long time, and I feel like changing that stigma will be a difficult task. That being said,
the policy has been met with opposition from the ASI Board of Directors, who are standing by their resolution against the plan. But action towards the policy change is predicted to start early next year.
Owner and SLO native Julian Contreras makes his goal a reality by combining both centuries of traditional brewing methods and his barista knowledge. He brings us to the Kin Coffee Shop.
The Kin Coffee Shop is an establishment unlike the rest of our local coffee shops, from its dark aesthetics to its brewing methods. Owner Julian Contreras has brought his vision to fruition with the help of family, friends, and other local coffee shops.
Having our friends help us build things out in the cafe. Me and my two brothers painted the shop. We all put everything we had together to make this happen for the community.
The Kin offers customers with a variety of teas, matchas, mochas, and of course, coffee.
If I want to do coffee, I want to do it right, and I want to make sure that it's consistent every single time, while allowing myself to be completely inconsistent in our menu and trying a different variation of drinks as well.
The business aesthetics incorporated a dark atmosphere with the purpose of an intimate experience. Also, lower counters provide visitors and customers with a view to baristas' brewing processes.
We want full visual with how we're making your drinks, so you can ask questions or we can explain to you along the process of what it is that we're doing for you. I think in that sense, it kind of gives the customer a little bit more understanding as to what it takes to make the drinks that we make.
The visual techniques are of old brewing methods, which consist of siphon coffee, also known as vacuum pot, which results in a clean and aromatic cup of coffee. Another eye-catching method is known as Kyoto, an overnight cold brew process, which uses pure ice water funneled through grounded coffee beans at a drip rate of 1 drop per second.
The amount of care that went into sourcing and making the products that we have, people are so happy and they're so like stoked to get good coffee, and it's also a lot of fun.
I'm Felix Castillo with Mustang News.
The Kin Coffee Shop is located on 847 Higuera Street in downtown SLO, or you can find them on Instagram at @akinslo.
Cal Poly has been ranked number 7 out of 137 schools based on quality and quantity of sleep. Sleep rates were measured by Jawbone, a wearable device company that analyzed sleep patterns of more than 18,000 people over a 3-year period.
It's, sleep, if you don't get enough sleep, it impacts how well you learn, how well you're able to commit things to memory, your motivation, your energy. It affects your immune system and your metabolism.
To improve quality of sleep, the study highlighted waking up without an alarm and making sure your room is dark and cool. Cal Poly students received an average score of 7.5 hours of sleep per night.
Earlier in November, some SLO residents got their groove on under the stars for over 24 hours.
As clocks set back around the country, music enthusiasts gained an extra hour to dance the night away. On November 2nd, the local creative platform Subsessions hosted 25 hours of nonstop music at its 2nd annual Nightlife Savings event.
I think having Nightlife Savings on the particular day that it is during the time change
creates this underlying feeling of deja vu or maybe a little time warp.
Attendees drove out to a private ranch in Santa Margarita, instructed to be discreet with the exact location to keep the surroundings intimate. With no cell phone service, they enjoyed not only 2 stages of live music, but also yoga, art installations, and interactive merchandise with live screen printing.
We're all about repurposing and thrifting, and like literally every garment we have here for sale has been thrifted or repurposed in some way.
Oh yeah. Oh my God.
Many parts of the stages and decor were also composed of recycled items, which Subsessions members built from the ground up on Friday. If attendees couldn't last a full 25 hours on the dance floor, they headed home or camped out on site.
My favorite part usually comes at the end, after everything, when I get to look through all the photos and see all the moments that happened, whether I was a part of them or not.
Subsessions hosted Nightlife Savings in partnership with the Stoke the World Foundation.
Really hard work, but the fact that we have each other as a family is what makes us keep doing this stuff.
Kaylee O'Connell, Mustang News.
Subsession fans can look forward to Stoke the World and Shebang among future 2020 annual events.
Now let's head over to Brian with a recap of this quarter in Cal Poly sports.
Thank you, Lauren. You'll have to wait a minute because after the break is when we'll take a look at some of the best sports stories from this quarter and the top plays by the Mustangs.
Awkward. I'm the awkward silence. You try to avoid me, then there I am again.
But an awkward silence can be a great thing.
Like Kelly here is about to demonstrate.
You haven't really been yourself lately. Are you okay?
Find out how you can help a friend with their mental health at seizetheawkward.org.
When I was growing up, my mom was extremely tidy. We were trained to put things back where we got them from. One day, when I walked into my mom's house, I felt like I walked to someone else's house. There was stuff everywhere, and just growing up the way I grew up and to see this transition was very alarming.
When Sean talked to me, it was a wake-up call, and that's when I went to the doctor.
Hello and welcome back to Mustang News. I'm Brian Trong with a look at the top sports stories of this quarter. A story I had the pleasure of telling so far is men's soccer's starting goalie's journey to Cal Poly, which involved crossing the U.S.-Mexico border 6 days a week, all for the game of soccer.
Cal Poly fullback Zooey Trans-Sampson has done a sensational job this season, replacing the all-time leading rusher Joe Prothero, and has established himself as a key cog in the Mustangs' fearsome rushing attack.
And we think, like I said before, his ceiling is extremely high as far as his talent level.
I don't think a lot of people know how fast Zooey is. You saw him rip off a run again.
I feel like all soccer stories are crazy. Like if you heard some of the professional soccer players that talk about when they were young, they were a lot crazy. But yeah, mine has that plus that I had to go back and forth every day. I was traveling countries.
Carlos has been playing truly exceptional soccer. Some of his reaction saves have been spectacular.
Stopped there by Arce Hurtado.
One of the most impressive things about Carlos is that he would drive and cross the border of Mexico from Tijuana and train in La Jolla 5-6 days out of the week.
Alonso, one of my friends here, he'll pick me up at the border. Then we'll drive to La Jolla, and then I'll have my practice from 5 to 7. He drive me back, and then I'll walk through the border to Tijuana, and then my parents will pick me up. And at that time, that was like 8 o'clock, so that was my day. And repeat that for 5 days. I started playing when I was like 4. So like going to the stadiums and watching everything around the media, I was like, this is what I want to do for a living.
Thank you.
And then when I was really young, my family talked to me and they're like, okay, you want to do that, but there's like a million other kids that want to do the same thing as you. So what are you going to do? What's going to be different?
You can watch the rest of that feature on mustangnews.net. And it was football's first season without the program's all-time leading rusher, Joe Prothero. Stepping into his shoes was redshirt sophomore Zooey Trans-Sampson.
Cal Poly fullback Zooey Trans-Sampson has done a sensational job this season, replacing the all-time leading rusher Joe Prothero, and has established himself as a key cog in the Mustangs' fearsome rushing attack.
And we think, like I said before, his ceiling is extremely high as far as his talent level.
I don't think a lot of people know how fast Zooey is. You saw him rip off a run against San Diego. He's one of the faster guys in our program.
And while Trans-Sampson fits the mold of a star runner on the field, he's broken the mold of the stereotypical stoic player off the field.
The only really difference between last year and this year is that I play now, which is kind of obvious if you're being a starter. But that's really it. It's just football. It's still football.
Zooey is an eclectic man. I don't think you can put one label on him. He does a lot of different things. There's a lot of different interests.
When we're wearing football stuff, people know. So like if we do something bad, people are gonna be like, oh, the football team, the whole football team, they're just all a bunch of punks. So we're meant to do good.
You know, he used to rollerblade when we practice out by the baseball fields. He would rollerblade to and from practice. So he has a lot to really get put Zooey in a box.
Zooey, what do you like off the field? What do you like off the field?
Rollerblading.
I don't think the word weird is a good word to express on Zooey. I would say the word is he's different.
Trans-Sampson finished the season with 1,037 rushing yards, the third most in the Big Sky Conference. And it's a new era for Cal Poly men's basketball. Go behind the scenes of the opening season for first-year head coach John Smith and Mustang News' new video series, Rebuild.
You're not even close, dog. He's not down. You gotta push it through. Michael, we don't cut corners right here. He's not gonna be able to walk the line.
I'm still hurting from that. I made a mistake. I should not have tried that. But hey, if they can do it, I want them to see that the leader can do it too.
You know, seeing your coach going through the same stuff that you're going through and him understanding the type of pain and the effort that you've been putting in, it gets our group excited. It allows us to follow him and do whatever he asks. We'll run through a wall for him, you know?
Watch new episodes of Rebuild on MustangNews.net. And now that you've seen some of our best stories, let's take a look at some of the Mustangs' best plays. Mustang News' best plays of fall 2019, and here we go. Early in the season for men's soccer, great passing on this play. It's Angel De Leon's shot, and Manny Perez is there for the rebound and the overtime winner. Now volleyball, Maya Dvorak, the big-time killer, and this one is a changeup. The match-winning point for volleyball's first ever sweep over Hawaii, all in front of a sold-out Mott Athletic Center. Women's soccer ending their season on a high note. Montserrat Hernandez Marquez with an absolute rocket of a shot, and that is another overtime winner. And just 2 days later, the senior goalkeeper, Sophia Brown, buries the penalty kick. The Mustangs finish the season with 2 wins at home. And now some more volleyball blue-green rivalry match at home. Jessica McCroskey went 11 for 14 and nailed the match winner to sweep UC Santa Barbara. And on football's final game of the season, the defense comes up big. Kevin Howe, right place, right time, interception. The junior defensive back running it back for the game-winning touchdown. And a young team starting their season, women's basketball, freshman Abby Ellis driving down the lane, spinning, falling, and scoring the game winner. Just watch that one more time. Crazy shot by the freshman. That is all for sports. This has been Brian Tronk. Now back to the desk.
After the break, the Poly Plant Shop poinsettias are in full bloom.
And check out the fast food craze that has kept people waiting across the nation and here in San Luis Obispo.
Students have been hard at work since June to get poinsettias ready for the holiday season.
Hi, everyone. Al Roker here. As a guy with his own catchphrase, I appreciate that after 75 years, Smokey's only said,
"Only you can prevent wildfires."
But I'm filling in because there's a lot more to report. Like when there are parched or windy conditions out there, you gotta be extra careful with things like burning yard waste. After all, wildfires can start anywhere, even in your neck of the woods. Go to SmokeyBear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
Sure, I look cute now, but when my owner lost his job, it was rough. I was living on the street, and one night, me and this Cocker Spaniel got into it so bad, I wound up looking like an ice cream cone. I cried a little bit, but thankfully I got rescued, so I'm running, I'm jumping, all back to my old self, and I'm ready to give unconditional love, even if you put a lampshade on my head.
Students have been hard at work since June to get the poinsettias ready for the holiday season.
It's been making waves across the country.
The Poly Plant Shop grows poinsettias annually, but this year the students are in an enterprise class rather than an enterprise project. This means the growing and maintenance of the poinsettias isn't completely dependent on students.
When it's a project, it's a big responsibility. You're here all summer, you should be here during the breaks, and it's just all on you.
The work on the poinsettias started in June, and the students expect to produce over 2,500 flowers.
Basically, we're doing graphical tracking on how tall they are, so that way we know whether they need more light or less light or to be spaced differently.
Although the flowers are just starting to show color, by December they should be in full bloom. But red poinsettias aren't all the students are growing.
That's what we really love to do here, is to grow the assortment, and that's what our customers who come during open house love to see and buy.
Some of the poinsettias are soft pink, red speckled with pink, and orange, among other varieties. Poinsettias will be sold at open house on December 6th and 7th at the Poly Plant Shop.
We find the same people have been buying from us or from this project for years and years and years and years.
Prices range from $5 to $50 depending on the size.
$50 or something probably either that was started really early in June or maybe even left over from the year before and taken care of all winter, spring through summer and made absolutely perfect.
If you take care of them, poinsettias can show color for a long time.
I really think you should get rid of poinsettias about a week after Christmas and buy new ones the next year.
For Mustang News, I'm Lauren Wallachy. For more information on the hours and prices, visit the Facebook page at Poly Plant Shop. The social media famous Popeyes chicken sandwich has made a comeback. And what does this mean for people who want one?
It's been making waves across the country. It's been causing people to wait in lines for hours at a time. It's been the reason for numerous brawls and controversies, and it's back. It's Popeyes chicken sandwich. Popeyes began selling chicken sandwiches on August 12th of this year, thinking it was just another addition to their menu. But when Twitter and internet culture took a hold of it, it became a viral sensation, one that people couldn't resist trying out for themselves.
The first week, nobody knew about it. So it was like business like normal. The second week, however, that's when Twitter picked up on it. That's when we had the line to the door. We had no idea what to expect in terms of how much we were gonna sell. So we sold out of what we had prepared, which was like a couple hundred sandwiches each day.
The sandwich was so popular that Popeyes announced it was officially sold out of chicken sandwiches just 2 weeks after it hit menus. This caused the company to go on a 3-month chicken sandwich hiatus to prepare for the upcoming demand. The shortage caused some Twitter jabs from iconic and long-established chicken supplier Chick-fil-A, who consumers are now arguing has the inferior chicken sandwich.
I think, personally, I've had the Chick-fil-A sandwich on campus. This one, twice as good. Okay. Much meatier, the bread, way better.
With Chick-fil-A being a popular destination for on-campus eating, and the closest Popeyes only minutes from Cal Poly, it seems Chick-fil-A no longer has a monopoly on SLO's fast food chicken sandwiches. And it will be interesting to see if this trend fizzles out just as fast as it started, or if Popeyes is here to stay. I'm Taylor Garvey for Mustang News.
If you are interested in trying the sandwich for yourself, Popeyes is located on the corner of Foothill and Choro.
After the break, we hear from a Cal Poly student who's taking sustainability to the next level.
We'll be right back.
Leah, did you put a new dent in that?
This one? No.
Were you texting and driving again?
Yes.
Hi, Leah.
Hi, Dad.
Sorry about your bumper.
I just found out my work party is a +1. You want to go?
This is my boss, Ella.
Nice to meet you, Greg.
You're welcome. Nope, I'm high. But I'll clean the kitchen while you're gone.
You're already making good decisions when you're high.
Pool party at Jesse's. Can you drive? I'm toasted.
Nope, I'm high. But I can order us a ride.
Don't make an exception when it comes to driving. If you feel different, you drive different.
One Cal Poly student is taking sustainability to the next level. Maya McGregor dives into the details of Jamie Himmler's quest for sustainability.
Campus Sustainability Month is in full swing. But for Environmental Protection and Management senior Jamie Himmler, living sustainably is an everyday practice. Himmler's quest for a sustainable lifestyle goes beyond shopping at farmers markets and reducing plastic waste. Since high school, Himmler has been dumpster diving for makeup, clothes, and more recently, her groceries.
It's like going to the grocery store, but it's just all in the trash.
When Himmler came to Cal Poly, her interest in dumpster diving peaked after learning that over 40% of food in America goes to waste.
We almost felt like it was a duty of ours to dumpster dive.
As a junior, Himmler helped start Feel Alive, an organization with the goal of solving the issue of local food waste. Feel Alive repurposes food waste by selling products created entirely by ingredients found in dumpsters.
Well, it's really about getting behind a mission that's way greater than yourself.
Along with dumpster diving, Himmler strives for a sustainable lifestyle by biking to school, limiting food packaging, and reusing jars as water bottles and containers.
What I've discovered is that, for the most part, things that are sustainable, like sustainable practices, are also healthy practices. Like, they really go hand in hand.
For Mustang News, I'm Maya McGregor.
Along with dumpster diving, Himmler says students can be more sustainable by riding their bikes or walking to campus, reusing containers, and limiting plastic waste overall.
With school wrapping up and the countdown to the holidays, Cal Poly will be participating in the 130th Pasadena Rose Parade. In between classes and on the weekends, students have been prepping this year's float, which is being transported to Cal Poly Pomona. Make sure to look out for Cal Poly's Aquatic Aspirations float on January 1st.
There's a lot of collaboration that needs to happen when we're putting the two halves together. Basically what we're doing today is putting our half of the chassis onto a semi-truck, shipping it down to Pomona so that we can put the two halves together and complete the float. Our float is going to feature a submarine that is basically discovering undersea life.
That's all the news we have for you today. For continuous coverage, go to mustangnews.net. I'm Lauren Wallachy.
I'm Garrett Brown. Good luck with finals and have a great winter break.
From the lights to the shoes to the moves, SLO Breakers is back.